Do you want to know one of the most heartbreaking things as an alienated father is?
No, David Michael Reeves, you are not an alienated parent. What you are is a whole problem. I sent people to your account to ask you about an incident in 2022. If nothing had happened in 2022, why did you instantly block those people? Because you knew you couldn't answer for it. Because this is you. This is you, David Michael Reeves. 26-year-old theme park worker rapes a 15-year-old girl. You were sentenced to 5.5 years in prison, barred from ever working with children, and added on the SMEX registry for the rest of your life. You took a 15-year-old girl home from work when you were a security guard at a theme park. You took her for drinks on the way home. What the heck is a 26-year-old doing taking a 15-year-old to drinks? And then according to the conviction, you raped her in a parking lot. They also made sure to note in this article that you had previous violent charges and a previous DUI. You met a new woman. You roped her right in. You had children with her. For a while, she thought you were a good guy until the abuse began. And it got worse and worse until she found another man and tried to leave you. And you beat that man up in front of your daughters. You were violent in front of your daughters. And when you went to jail, because there was a strangulation charge for your 9-year-old against you, when you got bailed out, you came back to your ex's home and you broke into it and you stalked her and you harassed her and you were charged with harassment and 2 charges of property theft. You were sentenced to 8 weeks in jail with a suspended sentence, and you were issued a full restraining order, not just for your ex, but your 2 daughters. But you couldn't follow those court orders. You couldn't stay away. And you got drunk one night, and you even admitted it in these messages to me. And you went back and you tried to contact that ex. You tried to get in contact with your daughters, and you broke that restraining order. And you were sentenced to 16 weeks in jail. And we know that you served it because there's a blip in your content, as you can see in this little blip of dates right here on the screen. You got out and you had your chance to do the right thing, but you couldn't. Proceeded to make contact with your ex and your children. And this time you were sentenced to 26 weeks in jail. And we know you also served that because there's this big, huge gap in your content yet again. And every single time you come back on your content claiming to be the good guy, and I'm back and I'm here to do right, and I'm on this journey to be a better person. Well, proceeding to prove exactly why your children should not be allowed around you. You thought you could gaslight me in DMs. But all you did was expose even more of your behavior that I wasn't aware of. Like the night that you stabbed yourself in the hand and then called the cops and tried to blame it on your ex, tried to get your ex arrested, or the fact that you admitted openly that you might be a narcissist, or that when I told you you weren't an alienated parent and you were suffering the consequences of your own bad behavior, you agreed with me. You told me that you had really fucked up. But you went right on a TikTok live after you messaged me. There were a whole bunch of people saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry this is happening to you, David." David, you were not the victim. You were not making decisions in the best interest of your children, because every time you broke that restraining order, it got extended. And you're under that order until 10/2025. But you're sitting on your account crying victim, blaming this all on a vindictive woman, when you're the one that drinks so much that you can't control your behavior and you can't follow a court order. You are the problem, and you are a P3DO, and you are the man that was convicted of raping a 15-year-old girl when you were 26. But you play this good guy on TikTok, and you tried to gaslight me, and you tried to convince me that you were innocent in all of this and that I shouldn't follow the court records. But there are too many court records. Pull up a Clare's Law on this guy, and you will see that there is record upon record of violent behavior, of drinking and driving, of P3DO, of lifetime on a SMEX registry. David Michael Reeves, you are not a good guy, and you are not an alienated parent. And you are the reason why so many men and so many women out here that are claiming alienation and are truly alienated are not believed. Because one of the things that abusers use is they use parental alienation against a good parent that all they're trying to do is protect their children. Maybe it's time you self-evaluate and realize that your children deserve better than you. Have the day you deserve.